Shalom, this is Lions Den Kemp at Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like to all praises, honor, and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true Hebrew tongue. Call, Allah, La, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Ha, Rakah, Kudash, Ma. Also, that amongst the elders and apostles of GMS, and that amongst my elders as well, our elders as well, a higher one by Sharala, and peace and blessing 1/3, and salutations to all for elect.
So come, man, we got a lesson Lord wants edifying to the hopefully elect out there, the men, women, children that believe to say it as well. Basically touching bases on the man, Yahawah Shem Yahawashi lifting up that standard, man. You know, when the enemy shall come rushing in like a flood. Also too, I'm gonna try to pull it up as I talk. But yeah, man, because Esau's coming down with that great wrath. So we know with that being said, the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi isn't gonna leave us left out, you know. I always get too mixed up. I can't remember the name. It's either Klaus Schwab or Yuval Noah, man. They correct me, but basically, one of them was basically saying that we now have the power to. I got it.
Well, we are now almost like gods in terms of our powers of creation and destruction. We now have the power to create new life forms, but also to destroy much of life on Earth. Facing in the 21st century a completely new kind of inequality, which we have never seen before in human history. On the one hand, the emergence of a new upgraded elite of superhumans enhanced by bioengineering and brain-computer interfaces and things like that. And on the other hand, a new, massive, useless class. A class that has no military or economic usefulness, and therefore also no political power. The coming decades, AI and biotechnology will give us God.
So Khan, man, you know, by us putting our trust in the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, we know that He's not gonna leave us left out when those times come, when the enemy shall come rushing in like a flood, man. So with that being said, somebody can grab that Matthew book for sure.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Come, man. So except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, man. And what days are those referring to, man? Referring to the times of Jacob's trouble, all right? Why? Because Esau is going to come down with great wrath, as we just heard. You know why? Because they feel as if they have power to create life and take away life, man. So they're putting themselves in a position, all right, as if they think themselves to be like the Most High, man. You know, they think themselves to be like the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi himself, but when yet he's merely not even a man, he's a damn animal, man. You know,
I think
brute
it's
beast.
Obadiah. They sitteth in the temple as God. They sitteth in the temple of God, proclaiming themselves as God to be God, and that's what they do.
Come on, you know. So, going into, you know, they feel like they can give and take away life, man. But life and death is in the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi hands, man. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi says He kills and He maketh alive. He wounds and He heals, you know. So that power is in the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi hand, man. Anything else outside of that is carnal, all right? So with that being said, man, you need to, that's why the Lord Yahawah Shem Yahawashi set boundaries that Esau cannot pass, man. So with him, Esau trying to fill his belly, the Lord Yahawashi is going to interrupt that, man. Why? Because Esau's, he's going to get to a point where he gets too greedy with his innocent. It's in his nature, man. You know, he's going to naturally want more after you already have this, after you already have that. You know, that's why the Lord Yahawashi a cluster of bricks for himself, man. You know,
precept. And this is a precept on the point that brother making. It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1. I'm sorry, verse 3. And this whole chapter is concerning Edom, the nation of Edom, man. Esau, the so-called Caucasian race. It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord," man. All right, because how the brother was saying in the clip that he just showed, the guy just said, basically, they are like as gods, man. And that's the pride of their heart deceiving them, because it's ultimately the Lord Yahawashi who put them in this power seat, man, who have given them this quote unquote power, but they only can go so far. Like the brother was saying, like the Lord has a cap on how far they can go, man. And when it's all said and done, it's ultimately gonna be the Lord Yahawashi who tears them down, man, who brings them down.
Appreciate it.
Done.
Look, and this is 2 Corinthians chapter 14. Chapter 14 of 11, Shlakia, verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into the angel of light. So you got even you got glowing Edomites, heathens, and of course two other people that actually believe onto what you all know a Cloud Schwab, believing that we're gonna have actual Captain Americas, believing unto this country like it's their only hope, like it's like it's the last, like it's the everything. When this place is nothing, it's poop, and it's literally a place which is made to be hell, and a low condition. You got people actually, our people, heathens, low-ranking Edomites, actually believing into America that this actually going to bring hope and joy into everyone, but really bringing only death. And then of course going back to the lesson, you're going to have real men of the Lord that's actually going to bring, of course, life and peace and righteousness through the righteous indignation of Yahawashi.
God, man. So just like the brother was saying, man, either receive that false hope and receive a bloody outcome, as the brother was just speaking on, by you receiving that reward from Esau, man. Because according to Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, man. So when that enemy, matter of fact, the enemy, when that enemy comes around with that hour of temptation, when every man is going to be tried with that charagma, all right, shit, it's either going to be stand for the Lord Yahawashi or a fool get down and lay down for Esau, man. So just like the brother was saying, they beef it up to you. Oh yeah, man, you'll be able to walk again. I was just looking at something the other day where a man was able to walk again via Bluetooth. He connected his spine to his brain via Bluetooth.
Bro, that's so crazy.
Yeah, So with that being said, the Lord Yahawashi can do that without the technology. He has the original blueprint of what your spine need, the different receptors that your spine needs to connect to the brain, man. So therefore, we would want that from the Lord Yahawashi from all natural, instead of getting turned into what's his name, Bionic Man,
Cyborg.
Yeah, there you go. I can't think of it. I said there you go. That's
this is John chapter 14 and verse 11. It says, and this is Yahawashi speaking unto the disciples, believe me that I am the Father, that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. Verse 12, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, so whoever believeth on Yahawashi, as of Israel, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So Yahawashi through Yahawah through Yahawashi is going to give us the ability to work miracles as the same as Yahawashi, and even greater works. Because when he meets us, he's not going to meet us as a man, so he's going to be even more glorified than we will be in the upcoming troubles. I said, and I brought all that to go off your point, to heal the spine, to give people, because people out here taking, they took it. LeBron James' son, he just had a heart attack. So people are gonna need to be healed.
Come on, man. So in that time, man, when the Lord Yahawashi look for that standard, man, we're gonna be like literally Yahawashi out here, man. We already are by way of spreading the truth, all right, exalting the Lord Yahawashi, being examples of him, speaking for him during this time, but also in that time too as well, as far as the healing, taking away blindness, all right, being able to give sight again, making a person unlame, undumb, whatever the case may be in that time, man. What did the Lord Yahawashi had in store?
God. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23, and it says, "And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." And I brought this out because this is going into the story of Jacob and Esau. Jacob, whose name was later changed to Israel, became the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, and Esau, who became the father of the Edomites. The Lord said, one people shall be stronger than the other, man. And that's Jacob, Israel, these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we were the stronger nation through the spirit of the Lord Yahawashi. So just like how the brother's saying, Esau, they can make people walk and heal them through these different surgeries and devices and technologies, but through the spirit, the hopeful elect, the men of Israel, man, are able to heal people and do these quote unquote miracles that Esau, seems to be doing. They're gonna be able to do these things through the spirit and power of the Lord Yahawashi. Causing men to walk again, healing the dead, healing the sick, healing the blind, like the brother was just saying, with no need of surgeries and gimmicks and technologies, man.
You ain't
Nah, you got it.
You ain't have to worry about, oh damn, I ain't made that payment, so damn, I collapse in a minute going down these steps. So you ain't got to worry about that, man.
Hey, on the Matrix, Morpheus was talking to Neo, and he said, so if you tell me if I believe in myself, I'll be able to dodge bullets. He said, when you believe, you won't have to dodge bullets. Right. And at the end of the movie, he didn't dodge a bullet. He just made him stop in front of him and just drop. Mm-hmm. And believing on Yahawashi, we're gonna have that same ability.
Precept.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. This is Luke chapter 10, verse 19, just to back up the argument. The bar brought out the fact that we'll be given spiritual powers. Yahawashi also gave powers to the disciples. This is Luke 10 and 19. It says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemies, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." And that's the same power we're going to receive once we receive our new bodies, man. To be able to trample upon the serpents and the scorpions, man. As Brother Kabar was saying a few minutes ago.
And spiritually, we have that power now. Like spiritually, we're telling, if we see somebody like spouting something wrong, and we have the ability to like kind of stop that right, and we stepped on that scorpion, we stopped that dart from like coming onto that person. The people that walk up, talk to us, we're stomping on all those demonic spirits and all those creatures that's been planted in their mind by Esau. Lord willing, we are.
Hey, done, man. Because Romans 16 and 17 mark those that cause division. So if anything comes up opposing to the foundation of the doctrine that the Lord Yahawashi have established, man, we got to mark that and let it know that it goes off, man. So, that's going into, like the brother was saying, the scorpions, going into the different, basically the false doctrines and everything, man.
So physically, we're going to be given physically, we're going to be given the spiritual power so that way, any wicked device that's prepared against us won't prosper. We're prepared, crazy. What's that? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. So no weapon that's formed against us is going to be able to prosper.
What's that?
Like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, their Hebrew name was Azariah, Hananiah, and Mishael. They were in the midst of a fire and they felt a cool breeze.
So, hey, man, that's why we doing what we doing now, man. Hey, just like the Lord Yahawashi, since thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee away from the outward temptation, man. So we out here standing boldly for the Lord Yahawashi, pushing forth this truth. All right. So when that time, as the enemy come in rushing like a flood, man, we won't have nothing to worry about, man. Well, Yahawashi, we hope that we're part of that number. So when the enemy do come rushing in like a flood, hey, we're one of the ones that the Lord Yahawashi, press that button and lift up that standard, man. All right, because as we heard earlier, that we showed you earlier, when the Edomite was speaking, man, they have the power, the capability now to enhance a soldier or a new superhumans, whatever the case may be, man. Hey,
It's like it's just doing the video. You see, so you know we're gods at this point. That's the same shit. What's the name? Romans was on when there was like a Roman leader. He probably win a few wars and he declare himself a god. That's what they doing. It's the same wicked spirit is going to give him his revelations. But yeah, he that is wicked, let him be wicked still. I mean, they're just the same Roman carnal mindset.
Just like the precept the brother Gabar brought out earlier, they probably have deceived them, man. They feel like nobody can bring them down, so therefore, hey, shit, they have to be in for a rude awakening, man, because they're in the process of being brought down in the midst of them saying, "Who shall bring me down?" Man. And that's just like the Lord Yahawashi. He said He'll prepare a table for us in the midst of our enemies, man, which He's doing, and that table is being set, all right, right now in the midst of our enemies. They don't even know it, and while that table's being set, we're being fed thoroughly, man. So us by being fed thoroughly, we're gonna have the nutrition in order to be built up and be strong, all right, spiritually to take Esau down, man. So which we're doing now spiritually too as well as we speak now doing this video, man. You got it, like.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While we look not at things which are seen, but at things which are not seen, for things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So just going back to the fact that Esau can really not do things that are of God, that they're really not omnipotent, they're really not all seeing, they're really not all powerful. They're just wicked beings that are made to be wicked from the very beginning, and they just doing wicked things, and they using their craftiness and their wise deceit just to deceive the people of this place of Babylon, the land of confusion, and furthermore saying that showing that they're not eternal, but the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that the spirit of Yahawashi is eternal. And the things that ultimately are not seen, they are eternal, being Yahawashi. This kingdom is not eternal; it's only for a short time. It was built for 400, 500 years, but it's going to be destroyed, in an hour.
And all in all, too, man, faithless beasts. All right, they have microwave syndrome. They want shit now, but that's why that blessing was given to Jacob, man, and not Esau, man. All in all, man, the Lord Yahawashi see the things that we can't see, the things that we don't know, man. Shit would have went to the fan, if Esau would have had that blessing, man. If we would have stayed and continued with him, but the Lord Yahawashi got the power in his hand. I'm just speaking on that note, but it's just all in all, everything happened the way it's supposed to, man. So with that being said, you can bring that out again, Bubaka Shop?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter
the one you just brought out.
2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While we look not at things which are seen, but at things which are not seen, for things which are seen are temporal, but things which are not seen are eternal.
Come on, man. So we look at the things that are not seen, man, because the things that are seen are temporal, all right? Just like Hebrews, whatever it is, 11:1, man, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. If we see it, how can we then have faith in it, man? It's right there. So how we believe in some shit that we see? So therefore we gotta have faith in what we don't see. Why? Because that shows and it shows how much faith that we have in what we don't see, how much we want it to happen, how much we believe that it's gonna happen, man. Because that's just like, I can't even give an example, but it's just the fact that, man, we gotta wait on the Lord Yahawashi, man. We gotta wait for His approval, man. We gotta wait for His say so, for His go, for Him to say that the light is green, man. Because if you focus on the things that you see, that shows that you have no hope, you have no faith in the Lord Yahawashi. Yeah, man, I always wanted to walk, man, I always wanted to whatever the case. I can't even really
have a able body,
right?
And so on and so forth. And 2/3 of our people, they'll they'll go down to Egypt for help, man. They'll take those devices and those things within their bodies to, get those enhancements and those quote unquote abilities, man. When in actuality, if they do the Lord Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying? The Lord can do those things for you, man. The Lord can heal your body. The Lord can heal your mind. The Lord can build you up. And that's where that faith comes into play, man. But how the Akim saying, 2/3 of our people, they don't have that faith. They don't know the Lord Yahawashi. So all they have faith in is what they can see, and that's what everything that Esau is offering them, man. And ultimately, and again, how the brother Ashar brought out, all that stuff is temporal, and it can't amount to the true power of the Lord Yahawashi, man. Everything on this side is gonna be destroyed. These so-called super soldiers, any device, anything they pushing, man, it's all temporal. It's gonna be destroyed when it's all said and done. So why not rely on the Lord Yahawashi, because that is our true strength, man. That's our true power.
Look, and what do you call it? Imagine a person in a wheelchair, mentally and spiritually having being 10 times stronger than a person that's been artificially healed by Esau with metals and technology, whatnot.
So if you walking off Bluetooth and the power go out,
Move like
he did. He was like RoboCop when they turned him off.
Precept. Real quick. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 21. Just to back up the brothers. It says, "Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself." So we have to depend on Yahawashi for these new bodies, man. We can't depend on Esau and they wicked as inventions, man. To be able to do, like you say, if he was in a wheelchair to be able to walk again, none of that, man. None of that has any power in it for real, man. The real power comes from Yahawashi, man, to receive the bodies like he received, the glorified body.
Esau gonna want this. He gonna want his bread, man. He want his cut out of it, Just like in the movie Repo, man. It's a good movie,
Forrest Whitaker and one of them was Forrest Whitaker, but they was taking people's organs who didn't pay up on their damn sure what the health market is here in America right now. Artificial organs, and just like we were speaking of, man, if they didn't pay off on them, Esau coming in, they go get your ass right where you at, gut you open, pull it out, whether you live or die. Once they take it out, that's on you. That's on the Lord, actually. But that's why I say, Esau go want this cut. So at the end of the day, man, you ain't got to worry about that with the Lord Yahawashi, man. It's off him. Keep his laws, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. All right. But man, in that time, man, I just could say that people shall be willing in the day of thy power, man. How was you able to do that, man? Yahawashi, man. Believe on him, you'll be able to do the same thing too as well, man. All right, if the Lord Yahawashi, I agree to give the green light, to perform a miracle on that brother or said sister, or show a miracle to that brother or said sister doing it at that time, man. That way, in order to boost their faith in that time, whatever the case may be, man. So these are times that we're coming up in, man. Not to rely on Esau, but to rely on the Lord Yahawashi. So that's why Isaiah 55:6 says, "Seek the Lord while he may be found, call upon him while he is near." Because, man, that great spirit is slowly but surely closing, man. Not even slowly, but it's at a constant rate, man. It's constantly picking up, It ain't slowing down,
I got one.
You got it.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 40, and it says, "There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial." And I just wanted to bring this out because it used to be a brother in this truth who used to go out and teach in a wheelchair with his son. And he passed away. Now, Lord willing, he in the Shemayim see with the Father, man, with that spiritual body. So, and I just say that what more is it to, depend on the Lord, and keep that faith and that patience, you know, to gain that new body and those spiritual powers, man. You know, because like I said, that brother was in a wheelchair, still doing the will and the work of the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. You know, he wasn't running down to go get all these different things within him to be able to walk again. Man, you know, he kept that faith and that patience within the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi. You know, and Lord willing, you know, he passing his truth, man. And he with the Father with that new body, man. You know, so hey, just keep that faith and that patience within the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man. Because again, all this stuff is temporal. You know, as long as you got a heart and a mind towards the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, you good.
Come on, man. The dead in the Mashiach shall rise first, man. So come, just like the brother say, man. Hey, that brother has a new abode, man. Beautiful abode, man. You know. Hey, it's like we all will, man. You know. Hey, we just gotta keep pushing, man. You know, we gotta get rid of these little suits, and then we'll be able to go on to the next one, man. To a tough.
Precept.
You got it.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12. I'm sorry, verse 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. So, just like now, how we going to try the tribulation, of course, through the flesh, but of course, through the spirit of Yahawah Hamashiach, we can go through all things. You know, and really simple as that. You know, and bring us closer and closer to the end, and of course, going to the going to the dollar collapse and everything we owe for it, and openly going to the destruction of this kingdom. But Yahawashi, everything gonna go within the will, y'all, by my side. You know, in our favor, Yahawashi, you know.
And also too, man, hey, in our weakness, hey, we'll gain strength too from the Lord Yahawashi, and we'll know it's from him. Why? Because we know certain things that we know we wouldn't be able to do on our own, man. But it's the Lord Yahawashi that gives the increase and the decrease, man. So within our weakness, all right, hey, we look up. Why? Because we know where our strength comes from. So therefore, hey, when we're weak, we're made strong. Why? Because we know who give that increase of strength, man. You know, so therefore, in our lowest time, hey, you don't supposed to keep your head down. Always look up, man. You know, always give praise to the Lord Yahawashi. Always be thankful, man. Why? Because he got you in the situation for a reason, man. Why? Hey, you know, hey, some people say, I may butcher it, I may botch it, but hey, it says, suppose that you've been buried. It said, you may have think you've been buried, but hey, nah, suppose you have been planted, man. But no, if you're a seed and you've been planted, hey, shit, you know that darkness that you're in for that moment, shit, you can sprout and grow up out of it, man. You know? So, hey, man, just like scripture, well, not even scripture, just like, hey, the cliche that goes, hey, if you want to make the Lord laugh, tell him what you got planned. When it's the Lord Yahawashi that direct the steps. So therefore, man, you never know your next move. That's why scripture tells us to pray and I ask the Lord that Yahawashi to direct our steps in truth, man. You know? Because hey, just like hey, that hour of temptation when it does come, hey, we hope and pray that we're part of that number when the Lord Yahawashi lift up that standard, man. We pray and hope that we're part of that number, that the Lord Yahawashi have us in the spirit where we don't be able to accept that seahip, you know, that karaka, man, you know. Why? Because hey, once again, this life and death in the power of the hands of the Lord Yahawashi, man. Hey, he's in control of this. He in control of this movement, man. You know.
On that Jeremiah.
Come. Matter of fact, you can bring that. Matthew out again.
This is Matthew chapter 24, starting at verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should not be flesh shaved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Come on, man. Those days gotta be short, man. Why? Because, hey, according to Revelation 12:12, from what we just heard from the Edomite saying in the video, hey, shit, they about to come down with great wrath. Why? Because they feel that they're at a level of power where they feel like they can't be touched, man. So the Lord Yahawashi is gonna have to intervene and let them know that, hey, shit, you right where you needed to be at, man. Not where you want to be, but where you need to be, man. Why? So you can be brought down low and put in your place, man. You know. So with that being said, hey, those days have to be shortened. What days? Those days of Jacob's trouble, all right? You know, you can grab that.
All right, it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 7, and it says, "At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Come on, man. You know, hey, who is that he that should be saved out of it, man? The elect, man. Just how the brother just brought out Esau and Matthew, man. Hey, except those days be sick, except those days be short for the elect's sake, man. You know, it has to be short for the elect's sake. Why? Because hey, this is all this is for, man, for the elect, man. You know, hey, that he shall be saved out of is referring to the elect, you know. Hey, salvation is only to the elect of the nation of Israel, man. That's why all of Israel is not of Israel. Why? Because just because you're Israelite, you know you're Israelite, that don't mean you're one of the chosen of the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi of the nation of Israel, man. You know, you ain't been out here shooting in the gym, fighting in the fights, warring in the wars that the Lord Yahawashi, Yahawashi had us going through, man. You know, that's why we constantly hope and pray that we're still a part of that hopeful number, man. You know why? Because we fit the description of the hopefully elect, man. We fit the description of the prophets, man. Just like Apostle Yahawah say, man, hey, shit, we the elect, man. You know, hey, but we constantly still pushing and hoping that we are, you know. All right, but hey, all is about to be revealed in due time, man. You know, because hey, as the WEF, the World Economic Forum, stated a couple weeks ago, that all CBDCs must be implanted under the skin, man, if you want to participate in society. You know.
And just on that point too, I just did a lesson the other day too, how Esau is providing incentives to the people, man. Coming out with, hey, you take this thing, we'll give you $2,000 a year or $2,000 a month. It's Esau, man, coming in that spirit of the serpent, man, deceiving the people. You know, and a lot of our people. But Khan is Esau coming in that spirit to deceive the people. But you know, the scripture tell you that we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, but only the hopeful elect are gonna have that wisdom and knowledge to see through Esau's devices, man. You know. Meanwhile, 2/3 of our people they're gonna succumb to those incentives, man. They're gonna succumb to those, those smooth words. You know.
What you were saying in the video, how they're gonna have the celebrities be like, oh, you know, the celebrities are getting it. You know, your favorite rapper wants to get it, your actors and stuff like that. Make it look cool and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Deceiving the people.
The Lord gonna pour out major destruction on them, pour out that wrath on them, man. I got a quick precept, really quick back to the part, really quick. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 62. I'm gonna go all the way down to 64. It says, yea, and the spirit of Almighty Yahawah, which made all things, and search out all hidden things in the secret of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what you think in your hearts, even them that shine and will hide their shine. Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you in shame, all to shame, slack. And I just want to bring that out, man, because the Lord he ain't missing nothing, man. He ain't missing nothing. So you come out here with all these inventions and trying to upgrade your body, man, you're gonna be put to shame. Point blank period, man. You got to depend on the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi, man, to get you through to the end, man. That's why the Lord, the scriptures say, man, those who endure to the end shall be saved, man. Not those who go get a bionic leg or back or a new spine put in, man. You're gonna be saved. You're gonna be straight up. That's all I got.
Good, that's a good one.
That was because man, yeah, except those days be short, man. Hey, shit, Esau be done killed all the flesh, but hey, luckily for us, the Lord Yahawashi once again kept a cluster of grapes for himself. You know, Yahawashi we're part of that bunch, man. You know, because hey, if it was left up to Esau, shit, he'd grab everything, man, leave nothing. You know?
Just like the Grinch, he took everything. Even there wasn't even a crumb for the mouse.
Yeah, he went back.
This is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahawah.
Come on, man. Hey, cause hey, it's not finna get easy. We finna go up and through that, man. You know, as the precept that the brother Gabar just brought out, Jeremiah 30:7. Allah for that time is great. It should be like none other, man. It's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob is synonymous for the nation of Israel, whose later name was changed to Israel, man, Yahawah, all right, which is representation for the whole nation, the entire nation, all right. So with that being said, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, shit, we're about to go through a time like none other, worse than slavery, man, worse than the Trail of Tears, worse than the worst thing you can possibly imagine, man. All right, why? Because going back to Revelation 12 and 12, Esau's about to come down with that great wrath, man. Why? Because he knows that he have a short time, man. He's getting to limits that he feel like that he can't get past now. You know, he feel he's losing that grip of power, man. You know, so with that being said, they're moving quick, all right. As what it says, WEF said that every customer of the banks, all Western banks, need to go digital. You know, basically all the customers have to have a digital ID. You know, we're in that time, man. You know, so it's time to be closer, get closer to the Lord Yahawashi more than ever right now, man. All right, why? Because it's time to choose your side, man. You know, let those be wicked still, let the righteous be righteous still, man. You know, because shit, you choose your side, you gotta stay there, man. Matter of fact, yeah, Revelation 12 and 12.
This Revelation 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Come on, man. So yeah, man, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, all right? Why? Because the devil is coming down with great wrath. Why? Because he didn't know that he have a short time, man. And who's that devil? Who's that deceiver, man? Esau. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So therefore, he know that he have a short time. He feel that grip of power being loosened up. He feel that power being loosened up out of his hand, man. So therefore, he's coming down with one big last hoorah to bring down with as many people with him as possible, man. You know. So that's why it's best to be on the side of the Lord Yahawashi, because if you're on that opposing side, your ass gonna get ran over and pushed out the way, man.
God, and just to interject, the scripture, it tells you how Esau is walking around like a lion seeking whom he may devour. Because like the Hakim saying, he know he only got a short time left, so he gonna try to grab and pull down whoever he can with him, man. And the way that Esau devours the minds and the hearts of our people, man, is through their philosophies, their lies, deceit, you know, everything that they push here that's contrary to the Lord Yahawashi and Yahawashi, and 2/3 of our people are going to fall prey and victim to those tactics, man, to those things that Esau is pushing, because they know not the Lord Yahawashi and Yahawashi, because they deny this truth, they deny this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. They don't have the stability of this knowledge and wisdom to stand in that day, man.
Esau is Freddy Krueger in this nightmare. They pretty much got like all the power right now, but all we got to do is just wake up.
Come on,
Hey, come on. Hey, shit, just like the brother Gabar brought out earlier, man, they bringing out the incentives with the Quran, man. Hey, if you get this, you can get $2,000 a month loaded to your damn Sega. You know, so with that being said, hey, our people go run to it, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, free money? I ain't finna stop that, boy. You crazy hell. You ain't got your Quran, my boy, man. You sweet. Like, bro, I can hear it now. I can hear it now. But at the end of the day, just like the brother said, they don't have that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Lord Yahawashi. So therefore, they're gonna take it, man. And then also too, I couldn't find the precept, but if your name's in Revelations, if your name's not written in the book of life, you gonna take it regardless, man. You know, at the end of the day, shit, yeah, man, we gotta eat. You can hear the excuses now, just talking to people now. You don't even have to be related, man. It can just everyday conversation, man. Oh yeah, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You have no faith. Don't worry about what you should eat or what you should drink or what you should wear. Why? Because these are things that the Gentiles seek after, man. You know, so the Lord Yahawashi, he know that we have a mission to complete. So therefore, he's gonna make sure that we're not malnourished while we're carrying out that mission, man. That mission, feed the sheep, be it many back to the marriage, man. We gotta run the race, get to the finish line, you know. So therefore, he's gonna make sure we're well equipped to do so, you know.
No, I'm saying I was gonna say we already saw it. Like we already saw how they're gonna herd people up. Like we already saw when we were standing over there on the north side, how they just threw up a tent right next to the They threw up a tent and it was free.
Hey, passing
It was
out
It was
damn
free.
gift cards and stuff. Hey,
It was free.
If you get the boo boo, you get a $30 gift card going Winn Dixie and
You tell people they're gonna get $2,000 a month for doing nothing? But you people are going to line up. Lambs led to the slaughter, but we have to keep that hope in that faith in Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, because things are gonna get so much more worse for real.
What's up?
Oh, I got one.
Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. It says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still." And I was bringing it out because the brother Arakawa was quoting it earlier, and that's it's the times that we're in right now. All those people, when we read the scriptures and we see those wicked and defiled people, those people are still here today. And when we see those righteous individuals, we see those righteous individuals are still here today, doing the same work that they were doing back, doing the same work that they were doing today back in the days of old. You know, one of us teaching is probably Moses. One of us teaching is probably Abraham. One of us teaching is probably Jonah. You know, we're all reincarnations of the characters that we're reading about. We're reading about things that actually happened, and we're also reading about things that are going to happen. So we have to prepare ourselves for that time.
This is second Esdras. I gotta preach that real quick. This is second Esdras, chapter 16, going to verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi."
Come on, man. Hey, yeah, so it's gonna be an insurrection among men, man. It's gonna be complete chaos out here, man. You know, hey, shit, the people versus the government, part say, you know, they just basically gave power to these immigrants in order for them to be able to join, I want to say the UN, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically with that being said, hey, they're gonna do pretty much anything to be a quote unquote citizen over here in America, man. So shit, hey, you know, hey, I'll do I'll do this.
I'll do it.
Yeah, hey, so it's gonna be a lot of them out there doing that for Esau, man. You know. So with that being said, hey, they gonna be C-hipped up, you know, more than likely too, man. You know, well actually it's like real quick. As in the video, man, you know, as far as the soldiers, man, that's what they're gonna be. So they're gonna have that C-hip within the law, you know, as he stated too as well, man. You know, they also have technology too, as far as like they got helmets and whatnot that the military soldiers can wear, where they don't have to actually talk to communicate. They can just think a thought and it'll go to the next soldier, you know. Similar to what you had showed earlier.
And also when you made you told me to bring up that one article that France back in 2020 was working on I don't think it was a sea hill, but they were working on they're working on the way to dampen the nerves of soldiers, so that way they're more resistant to pain. Now that's not saying that they're going to give them morphine and numb them up. They're going to give them something that just kind of like turns their nerves down, so that way they can just keep going through pain and trying to make them less human. You know, really, like, and that's all it is when they talk about all this bionics and stuff like that. They just can't leave things be. They can't see a forest full of trees and just have that be that. They were like, nah, we should go to the shopping mall, or we should take all these trees and turn them into something. You know, they really make a profit. And they're just that capitalist mindset.
Totally. And then the crazy thing is, man, they think they're the only one with these thoughts, but the Lord Yahawashi was a million steps ahead of you, you know. So that's why all natural spiritually, he's going to give his men that power that you want with your suits that you can't actually fully acquire, man. You know. So with that being said, man, that's why we stand faithful to the Lord Yahawashi. So when you come in with your little toys, we have nothing to worry about. Don't worry about Don't worry about who kill the flesh and the body, but worry about who kill the flesh, the body, and the soul in it. And that's the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. Why? Because once again, He's the one that kills and He makes it alive, man. So therefore, how we gonna be worried about you and shit? Our God can kill your ass, man. You know, He can get you out the way. He can move you out the way and keep me still here on the chessboard. You know. So with that being said, yeah, I'm not gonna fear you, but I'm gonna fear my God Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, because hey, if I listen to you, my ass will be burned, man. You know. So with that being said, man, hey, at the end of the day, it's what you want out of it, man. You know, what do you want? You want salvation or damnation, man. You want salvation, or you want to be cast into the lake of fire, you know.
This is second Esdras, back at second Esdras, verse 6, chapter 16, verse 72. It says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses."
Also too, FEMA executive order, like, hey, they can come in and grab your agriculture if you're growing anything in the yard. They can get that, issue it out in the neighborhood evenly, you know, for rations for everybody, so that way everybody can have enough. Why? Because we're coming in a time of famine too as well, which is going to cause insurrection among the people, you know. Why? Because it's going to be a dog eat dog time in that time. I want to say second Esdras 15 to 19. Thy neighbor should have a person should have no pity upon his neighbor, man, sparing none for the lack of bread, man. So shit, you're gonna have your next door neighbor, your homeboy, your homegirl that y'all been cool with since second grade, hey, but in that time, man, it's gonna be a lack of bread in that time. So shit, they coming in your household to see what you got. Why? So they can feed themselves or feed their family, man.
Hey, I work with a Edomite right now. I know for a fact that if anybody was around him in Jacob's trouble, he's gonna eat them. Like straight up. Like just studying this man for the few years I have, that this human being, in times of desperation, he is going to eat a human, and it's not going to be a long time. It's not going to be a long time. It won't be a long. Like, he's going to eat a person, and there's millions of him scattered across America.
True.
And so there's millions of people with the same mindset of desperation that he has, and we're gonna have to defend ourselves against people like that. And people are gonna have to defend themselves against people like that without the Lord.
America made crackheads without the crack, man. You know, just by having things at your disposal when you want it, when you feel like you need it, so you can go and get it. So when you don't have that luxury of doing it in that time, man, shit, what are you gonna do? Panic and shit. Hey, you know, I gotta eat now. You know, microwave syndrome. You know, so with that being said, hey, shit, brother, damn point, man. So shit, it's the fact that you gotta have patience, man. You gotta have faith, you know, in the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Once again, don't worry about what you shall eat or what you shall drink. For this is what the Gentiles seek after, man. You know, they don't have faith in the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Why? Because they don't know Him. Neither do they try to. You know, but hey, we look at the generations of old. Did any ever call upon the name of the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, or was ever confounded or forsaken? You know, so just like in the times of Elijah, man, he had the ravens go feed him 3 times a day, man, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. So what more for us if we're those same prophets, man? You know, spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, man. So hey, shit, Elijah back then is Elijah here today too, man. Still out here, man. You know. And all of us have that same spirit dwelling within us, man. So therefore, the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, He's gonna make sure we're good, man. No ifs, ands, buts about it, man. Strive for the truth to death, Sirach chapter 4, verse 28, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. So therefore, hey, strive. You go to that word, striving means to fight vigorously. So if you literally fight your ass off for the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi till you can't fight no more, hey, then hey, guess what? He got your back, man. You know.
This person I follow from high school on Facebook. He made a status. He said, when you pray to your God and he doesn't, like, you know, I guess he come through for your prayer, then what do you do? And it's like, God damn, bro, you are so lost. So like people are so lost where they think that praying to God is your first resort, and if that don't work, then you go do something. When that should be your first and last. Like once you give your problem to the Lord, that's it. Like that's all that there is. And Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, being the creator of the heavens and the earth, like he's not going to fail.
Good.
And that's scripture too, roughly paraphrasing, who have called on the name of the Lord has been disappointed, roughly paraphrasing, because all throughout the scriptures we have examples of men of the Lord and people that sincerely believe on Yahawashi calling on him and him hearing their prayers, man, and delivering them, or feeding them, protecting them, leading them, guiding them. And that's why it's important to read. That's why the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth, because reading these stories, reading this book, you know, it builds your faith within the Lord Yahawashi, you know. So, you know, and like I said earlier, man, as long as you a good heart and mind towards the Lord Yahawashi, you're good, man. You know, if it's in truth and in sincerity.
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. All right. It says, look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord Yahawashi and was confounded, or did any abide in his spirit and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
God, man. So hey, if you got a sincere heart and mind towards the Lord Yahawashi, man, you should not be forsaken in that day of trouble. You know, you should not be confounded in that day of trouble. Like the brother was just saying, the dude made a post, you pray to your God and he don't answer, man. Man, that hopeful elect that sincerely believe in Yahawashi, they won't be confounded in that day, man. The Lord gonna feed them, he gonna clothe them, he gonna shelter them, he gonna provide for them. You know?
You know, I shot him a few comments just talking to him, and he said, I told him the Lord controls everything. So he says, so why would the Lord have me to denounce him? And I was like, the Lord has you to denounce him so you can be destroyed. And he just kind of like stopped. He turned off the comments after that. And it was fun because it's like that's the only reason you say. That's the only reason because these people think they have free will, but really the Lord is just controlling them so that way he can destroy them. Vessels fitted for destruction. That's all it is. Children of the light, children of the dark. He's the child of the dark. That's all.
Quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 9, verse 9. It says, the Lord Yahawashi also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord Yahawashi, has not forsaken them that seek thee. You know, just to back up the brother Gabar and Zariah, man, you know, it goes also to knowing who to call on for your help, man. You know, all right, not just, oh yeah, man, hey, the prophets before time called on the Lord, you know, just saying Lord or whatever the case may be. You actually have to know them, you know. All right, so that's why it says, and they that know thy name, you know. It's also to back the brother up too, man. Also, the Lord, he wouldn't tell me his name. Yeah, why? So you wouldn't be able to obtain salvation, man. You know why? Because salvation comes through his name, man. Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Man. So therefore, going back to Psalms 9 and 10, and they that know thy name will put their trust in you. All right, why? Because we know salvation comes through the Lord Yahawashi. Yahawashi meaning he delivers, man. You know what? Guess what? He delivers from what? This destruction that's to come to this place, man. You know? So therefore, and we know his name. Why? So we can call upon him, so he can come deliver us in that time. You know? Appreciate it.
This is back at 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, going back to verse 72. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Verse 73, then shall...
So yeah, man, so they coming in, man, you know, hey, and they coming in not just for the good shit, they coming off of goods too, man. You can grab that Isaiah for Buckshot.
It's Isaiah chapter 59, verse 9. Therefore is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us. We wait for life.
It's like Isaiah 59 and 19. It's like
19. It's Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. Like Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from west, in his glory from rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So come.
It's gone, man. So it come, man. When they come in, rushing in, you know, they're gonna have their Esau powers and Esau suits, exoskeleton suits, this, that, and the third. But it's not gonna suffice for them in that time, man. For them, man. The reason you're at this door, just like Yahawashi said to those folks, man. You only here because my father allowed you to be here, man. So I knew you was gonna be here, man. So therefore, we're gonna be prepared. Why? Because we've been listening to those trumpets that have been given that certain sound for us to be prepared for that time, man. We've been listening to the calling in direction and instruction of the Lord Yahweh Yahawashi for these times, man. That's why we've been building up our faith for this time to come. When that time does come, man. So therefore we don't worry about if you can kill the body, this, that, and the third, because guess what? If you do, just like the brother said, man, earlier shit, those that die in Hamashiach should rise first, man. Shit, you got us this time, you won the battle, but you ain't gonna win the war. So, you got us this time, this armor that I'm coming back in, you ain't gonna be able to touch, man. So, but at the end of the day, Yahweh rocks are, neither shall my prophets be backed into a corner no more. Touch not my anointed, neither do my prophets no harm, man. Yahweh rocks our shit, we all get to look down and see the fall of our enemy, man, God. So, man, with that being said, when they come rushing in like a flood, guess what the Lord Yahawashi is gonna do, man? He's gonna lift up that standard, man. We're gonna be in hands, with godly spiritual strength, with not God speed, but godly speed, but a speed of the Lord Yahawashi that He sees fit for us to be able to unleash on y'all, man. All right. So with that being said, man, guess what we gotta do? You can keep going with that,
Verse 73. Then shall they be known who are. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
God, man. So in that time, man, that's when we're gonna know who the Lord Yahawashi has chosen are. Why? Because that standard's gonna be lifted, man. And it's gonna be an undeniable moment in that time, man. You won't be able to say that power came from anyone else, man. All right. For one, the only ones that's gonna be able to obtain that power is the ones that's pushing this truth for the Lord Yahawashi, man. And the reason for us to get that power is by us pushing the truth. So therefore, you ain't gonna obtain that shit if you out here spewing that, we not going through any tribulation before we enter the kingdom of heaven. Why? Because it's a bold-faced lie, man. Because once again, now's the time when true worship shall worship in spirit and the truth, man. So, it's time for some ties to get cut, some lies to be revealed, man. IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, HOI, HOD, House of David, House of Israel, man, all y'all, man.
One body.
Yeah, one body.
They've been going off a lot.
Con, man. One body. Yahawashi. Con, man.
I don't think they call themselves one body Yahawashi. I think it's just one body for real.
Con, man. One body, who body, not Yahawashi.
Apparently, I think they took Yahawashi off their name.
Con.
Con.
So Con, man, that's gonna separate the boys from the men in that time, man. Why? Because the men of the Lord Yahawashi gonna stand up even more boldly within that time, man. We're already standing boldly now, all right, on the foundation of the Lord Yahawashi. Why? Because nothing can come up that's opposing to this truth, knock it down, man. So with that being said, we're gonna stand firm, man,
This is Exodus chapter 34. I'm going to start at verse 29. This is Moses coming off the mountain. And it says, and it came to pass when Moses came from Mount Sinai with the 2 tablets of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mountain, that Moses was not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with them. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him. And Moses called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned unto him, and Moses talked with them. And after all the children of Israel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that the Lord had spoken with him in Mount Sinai. And going in more, just talking about how the face of Moses shined unto the children of Israel, that they were afraid of him, are not afraid of him, and they're afraid of the power that was within him. That power that was within him was from Yahawah. All right. And so that same power is going to be within us, and when we're going to, and the knowledge, wisdom, and stability given to us by Yahawah through Yahawashi is going to cause our face to shine as well. All right, and these people during Jacob's trouble, Lord willing, the Akim here and the rest of the Akim are a part of the elect. That our faces are going to shine in this dark place, because that's all it is. It's just this place down here is so dark, and there needs to be light, the light of the Lord to shine unto people.
Roughly paraphrasing what it say, knowledge maketh a man countenance to shine. Roughly paraphrasing.
Verse 74, 2nd Ezra 16, verse 74. Hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord, Yahawah, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. But be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is your God.
Come on, man. So the days of trouble are at hand, man. What days of trouble? Going back to that Jeremiah 30:7, man. You know, days of Jacob's trouble, man. All right. Esau's about to come down with that great wrath. So, hey, what it says, neither doubt, neither be afraid. Why? Because the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is our God, man. So therefore, He's gonna protect us and guide us through the way through this trouble that's to come, man. You know. So with that being said, also as well, all right. Hey, if you don't listen to it, a good video is it was a bear, a grizzly bear. I think it was in Alaska. It was a grizzly bear about to attack. It was just running, but a natural instinct of a grizzly bear is they naturally charge, all right. But yet, if you stand your ground, all right, and kind of, you know, give it like a little scare back, and it'll more than likely run off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He said, "Rah," and he ran at it, and the bear was like, "All right, yeah, got you."
Come on, man. Come on, water. But on the caption of the video is to trust your God, man. Because hey, if you run off panicking and shit, hey, that's when you die. You panic, you die. If you swimming and you floating, and you don't trust the process of floating, that's when you panic. And you start panicking, that's when you don't float no more. That's when you die.
As soon as you take in that big inhale of pain, like that's as soon as you start sucking down water, you start dying.
Come on. 2 Samuel 22 and 29. You got
It's the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 22 and verse 29.
Stop at 35.
Got you. But thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness.
Come on, man. So, hey, that's why we got to trust in our God, man. Why? Because, hey, we're about to come in some dark times, man. So, therefore, hey, we got to trust that lamp. Like in Romans chapter 10, hey, beautiful are the feet of the righteous, man. You know, hey, meaning the path that we're on, all right? Why? So, that path is being guided and paved by the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi that we can walk on, man, and walk through, all right?
For by thee I have run through a troop.
This is King David, man. So by thee I have run through a troop. So when the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi lift up that standard, man, hey, for one, we don't have the spirit of fear. The Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi gave us the spirit of power, man. So when that standard is lifted, man, hey, we're gonna be able to do all type of things, you know.
By my God have I leaped over a wall.
Hey, we can run through a troop, hundreds, thousands of troops. We can leap over walls, buildings, man. Hey, all the shit that Esau have portrayed in these different Marvel movies, man. Hey, we're gonna be able to do that times 1,000, man. That's nothing, you know. Hey, especially when it comes to Esau too, man. Hey, thy heart shall meditate terror, man. You know, hey, terror for y'all goddamn heathens, a healing for our people, man. You know, it's gonna be some terror on their ass too, but hey, for the most part, it's gonna be healing, man. Why? Because shit, they're gonna still be chasing after this world, like right along with y'all, man. You know, and just like Harriet Tubman, man. Hey, how many slaves want to be free? Y'all come over here. How many slaves don't want to be free? All right, y'all still over there, all right? Said to all the slaves that want to be free, hey, first thing we got to do, first step to free, we got to get rid of the ones that don't want to be free. Why? Because y'all ass gonna be in the way, man. You know, you still want to hold on to old attributes and shit that's keeping us down. You know, so therefore, that's what the same thing that the Lord Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is going to do. Got to get 2/3 out the way right along with these heathens. Why? Because you're going to have these same wicked ass characteristics that we're trying to get rid of, man. So therefore, hey, that wicked root is going to be rooted out, man.
Verse 31, as for Yahawah, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him.
Come on, man. He's a buckler to all them that trust in him. His word is tried, man. The word is always going to stand sure. So by us standing on that word, standing on that foundation, always going out, exalting the Lord, Yahawashi, all right, feeding his sheep, being many back to the marriage, man. You know, pushing forth this truth. Hey, the Lord Yahawashi is going to make sure we're protected. You can read that last part again, Babaka.
Gone. Verse 31. As for Yahawah, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all them that trust in him.
Come on, man. So yeah, his word is tried. He's a buckler to all them that trust in him, man. So let's by us trusting in the Lord Yahawashi, believing in his word, man. Guess what? He's gonna make sure we're protected in this time, man. In those times when it seems unbearable for us to handle, all right. That's when that divine intervention is gonna come in, man. Hey, that's when the Lord Yahawashi is gonna step in. You know, so hey, we have nothing to worry about, man. Why? Because hey, the Lord Yahawashi is always gonna provide a way, man. And also too, hey, that standard being lifted, hey, shit, we're good, man. That's gonna be that buckle in that time, man. Hey, he's gonna have that seatbelt wrapped around us, but we're gonna be able to get out the car and run around with the seatbelt on, man, and won't have to worry about that hitting us. You know why? Because hey, why we gonna be covered with the covenant of the Lord Yahawashi, man. A bunch of Yahawashi soldiers running around getting the job done, man. You know, hey, that's all I can pretty much say, because that's all it's gonna be, man. You know, hey, it's in that time, man. Hey, words can't even really pretty much explain it too much, man. Hey, it's gonna be a time where the Lord Yahawashi is really gonna reveal his tokens, man. You know, so hey, with that being said, hey, we just gotta be his privileged in that time, you know, and not going around, hey, flaunting around this, that, and the third. Hey, you gotta move secretly, you know. You got it.
35.
Yeah, 2:35.
Gone. All right, back at 2 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 32. For who is God, save the Lord? And
Hold on, wait, you at 22?
Gone.
Okay, yeah, you at, all right, yeah, come on.
30 to 35?
Come on.
All right.
Slow.
Verse 32. For who is God, save the Lord? And who is a rock, save our God? God, Yahawah is my strength and power, and he maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places.
Come on, man. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, man. Hey, just like a gazelle or deer. Hey, move quick as hell, man. Can drop and change direction on the drop of a dime, you know. Hey, so what more for us in that times, man? Hey, the Lord Yahawashi is gonna give us that speed. Hey, we're not gonna need no exoskeleton suit, no super soldier syndrome to be able to do those things, man. Why? Because we're gonna have that power of the Lord Yahawashi coursing through our veins, man. You know, we're not gonna need a boop to be able to do so, man. We're not gonna need a stem implanted in all the arm to be able to do so, man. Why? Because we're gonna have that spiritual, is it telepathy, I guess? That spiritual connection, spiritual connection in order to be able to do so, man.
We'll be as trees planted next to the river.
It's gone. Hey, with an unlimited source with no tap.
Pure water. Water is pure as crystal.
It's gone.
Living water. It's like living.
Gone. You got it.
Gone. In verse 35, he teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms.
Come on, man. He teaches our hands to war, that a bow of steel is broken by our arms, man. So, hey, I don't give a good care about what gun you got, 50 cal, a sniper rifle, rail gun, whatever the case may be. No weapon pointed against us shall not prosper, as the brother Zarias was speaking on earlier, man. Why? Because the Lord Yahawashi is not going to allow it to, man. None of that's going to be able to help you in that day. Why? Because we don't have an exoskeleton suit. We have the spirit of the Lord Yahawashi, man. What you obtain carnally, we got spiritually. We didn't get it, actually. It was given spiritually, man, as a gift. All right? As is faith too, man, you know. So therefore, which is a gift, that way we're able to get more gifts by doing the things that are pleasing to the Lord Yahawashi was the first gift that was given. So we multiply those gifts.
Just to back up the brother Abukar, as far as us receiving the gift freely. This is First Corinthians, second chapter, go straight to the point, verse 12. It says, "Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yahawah, that we might know things that are freely given to us of Yahawah." Right, and I just want to bring that out, man, just to back up the brothers, man, because the Lord gave the elect this freedom, man. He gave His chosen this freedom, man. Like just like how Esau, you out there giving out that charagma freely, and you're gonna be paying people to get it. Right, the Lord has gave us our powers, man, and our promise is freedom, man. He gave us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man, to be aware of y'all BS.
Eyes to see and ears to hear. Okay. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 2, verse 10. And this is 2 scouts from Joshua going up to a city, and a woman found out who the scouts were. And she said, "For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, and when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the 2 kings of the Amorites that were on the other side, Jordan, Sinai, and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we heard these things," so as soon as these people heard about these events, about the Israelites, about the Lord working through them, "our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For Yahawah, your power, He is power in heaven above and in earth beneath." And when people are when people are made aware of the power of Yahawashi, their hearts are gonna melt even more to see people who they thought were lowly be endowed with spiritual powers the same as Yahawashi and greater, to do these things against these people who they thought were immovable. These Edomites who they thought were gods, who they had to go to the one of all things for. It's gonna blow these people's minds. It's gonna cause their when they say the hearts did melt. Our hearts did melt. Neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you.
Interjection on that point. Also in the book of Joshua, this is chapter 23 and verse 10, it says, "One man of you shall chase 1,000, for the Lord your God, it is that fighteth for you, as He have promised you," man. And all throughout the book of Joshua, man, it showed the Israelites defeating all of these Canaanite nations, man, through the power of the Lord Yahawashi. So what is it for Him to bestow that power upon His men in that hopeful lake in these times as well, man, to where one man with spiritual power can chase 1,000 of Esau's troops, man. You know, and it's ultimately because it's the Lord fighting for us, man. You know, so hey, if the Lord is fighting for us and is with us, who can be against us? You know, and come on.
Come on, man. So no exoskeleton suit that you could possibly make can fight off 1,000, man. You know? Hey, y'all have to make ICBMs for that type of fight, you know. So come on, man. Any more precepts?
I got one more.
You got it.
All right, come on. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 16, and it says, "And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth." And I just wanted to get this because this is referring to our first captivity, ancient Egypt, man. The Lord raised the Egyptians up just to tear them down, just to show His power. Because at that time, you know, Egypt was looked at as a great and powerful nation. Just like in these times, this modern day Egypt, America is looked at as a great and powerful nation. The Lord raised these Edomites in His kingdom, America, up just to show His power in destroying it, man. Destroying their militaries, destroying their economies, destroying their philosophies and their doctrines and their lies and deceit. You know, so ultimately when it's all said and done, man, the Spirit of the Lord, man, Yahawashi is gonna prevail. You know, come on, man, and His power is gonna prevail over any quote unquote power that seems to be pushed, you know, in this place. You know, come on, that was it.
This is 2 Kings, chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 10, and kind of set the scene. Elijah was being a king was aware of Elijah's presence in his land, so he sent some troops to go get Elijah. And I'm at start at verse 1, start at verse 9, so like in 2 Kings chapter 1. Then the king sent unto him a captain of 50 with his 50, and went up unto him, and behold, he sat on the top of a hill. He sat on the top of a hill, and he spake unto him, Thou man of God, thou man of Yahawah, the king hath said, Come down. And Elijah answered and said to the captain of 50, If I be a man of Yahawah, then let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And there came down fire from heaven and consumed him and his 50. Again also he sent him another captain of 50 and his 50. And he answered and said unto him, O man of Yahawah, thus hath the king said, Come down quickly. So do it with haste now. Verse 12, and Elijah answered and said unto him, If I be a man of Yahawah, let fire come down from heaven and consume thee and thy 50. And the fire of Yahawah came down from heaven and consumed him and his 50. And he sent again a captain of the third 50 with his 50. And the third captain went up, and so and this is the captain that came in the right spirit. Verse 13, he sent the captain of the third 50 with his 50, and the third captain of the 50 went up and came down and fell on his knees before Elijah and besought him and said unto him, O man of Yahawah, I pray thee, let my life and the life of these 50 thy servants be precious in thy sight. Behold, there came down fire from heaven and burnt up the two captains of the former 50s with their 50s. Therefore let my life now be precious in thy sight. And the angel of the Lord said unto Elijah, Go down with him, be not afraid of him. So he came in a proper spirit. And the power that Elijah had at that time, we're going to be endowed with that same power. And people who are not in the spirit of, not the fact that he bowed down to Elijah, not the fact that you people bow down to us, is that you have to acknowledge the power given to us, not by our own power, by our own might. We weren't given this. We didn't work hard for it, or we did work hard for it, but it was given to us by Yahawah. Ultimately.
Hey, our people shall be willing in the day of our power, man. You know, and then, hey, just like the brother said, man, and also in a sense too, and we doing that exact same thing right now, man. Why? Because, hey, we're prophesying for fire to be come down by way of the Lord Yahawashi, hey, God, man. You know, and hey, we can say y'all 50 men represent y'all 50 states, man. You know, so hey, that being said, shit, hey, y'all don't want this place. Hey, who can bring it down? Hey, who can bring us down, man? So with that being said, y'all feel like y'all nation shall go on forever and ever. Psalms 49 and 11. You know. So with that being said, man, hey, shit, if your God can make it happen, hey, let it be so. But our God, we pray to our God, hey, shit, He's gonna make it rain down fire on this place, man, by way of 200 million missiles, man. According to Revelation 9-16, man. You know? Any more precepts?
You can. Well, Yahawashi, that was an edifying lesson. With that, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to the Father and Son once again. Allah, Yahawah, bahasham, bahasham, Qudash, Ma'amah. And again, Shalom, peace and blessing to the 1/3 takes it over for elect. Double honor the elders and apostles of GMS, double honor our elders as well, Ohio Masharala. Shalom.
DTA, man, keep pushing. We're almost out of here.